In this video, we are going to look at two of the second functions that are on the calculator. We are going to look at table, which is second of the graph, and we're going to look at table set, which is second of the window. All right, I'm going to do table set first. So for table set, now this is what I use in my class. Other teachers might do it differently. I establish the table settings, and then as long as you don't change it, nobody else changes it, you don't change your batteries, you don't reset the whole calculator, what you do with table set will stay. All right, it is a second function of window, so I have to hit second, window, and it takes me into the table setup screen. Now, I do not care what number you have here for table start or delta table. What I care is going on right here. The default is for your calculator to have this as auto. Independent variable is your X. Dependent variable is your Y. You will want to change the independent to ask. That means you've used your down arrows to get down to here. Now use your right arrow to go over to ask. It's blinking on ask. Press enter. Well, I tried to. Let's see what's going on. There we go. All right, so when I use this emulator instead of a true calculator, sometimes I just have to redo something. All right, now you can do a second quit. Remember, second of the mode key, which is quit, gets you out of there. So under independent, you want it to be ask. You put your cursor on ask and press enter. Now you never have to do that again. What that does is now I want to go to table. Second of the graph key is table. It has a column for variable X. It has a column for any Y equals that you have activated. So I'm going to go back to Y equals, and I'm going to deactivate my second one. Go sit on the equal sign and press enter. You can see it's now not active any longer. If you don't have an active Y equals, then table doesn't work. What this does, it's very difficult to delete the first value. You just type over it. What this is, table allows you to fill in like you're making a T-chart. And it is based on the Y equal that you had. Now I had Y equals X to the third plus 5X squared minus 6X minus 5. If I let X be 2, well, then Y would equal 2 cubed plus 5 times 2 squared minus 6 times 2 minus 5. If I were filling out a T-chart, this is what I'd have to do. This is 8. 2 squared is 4 times 5 is 20 minus 6 times 2 is 12 minus 5. If I move left to right, 8 plus 20 is 28. Subtract 12, subtract 5. 28 minus 12 is 16 minus 5, which is 11. So that was a good bit of work. If I go to the calculator and I type in a 2 for the X value, the independent variable, and I hit enter, wow, that was a lot quicker way to get 11. The table takes the value you give for X and calculates and gives you a value for Y. Because I have it in ask mode, if you were in the other mode, it would just list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you could scroll around and find what you wanted. But suppose I want to look at 55. If X is 55, Y is 181,165. What if X is 100? It has gotten so large that it will not fit in the width of this column. So I do want to show you that if I go right and I go up, down here, it will show me that it is 1,049,395. It could not show that, so it put it in scientific notation. So if you see a number in your table in scientific notation, you most probably need to go highlight it using your directional arrow keys, and then you will see the true value. If you have more than one Y equals turned on, say I go down to this one, I go sit on the equal sign, I push enter, and I go back to table, which is second of the graph key. Now it says if X is 2, the Y value for Y1 is 11, the Y value for Y2 just happens to be 11. That's just a coincidence. If X is 55 for Y1, that's the Y value, and for Y2, that's the Y value. So it will do multiple functions. It's as if I go back over here and I had 11, but if I had another Y, it will do it also. I don't know how often you'll need to do multiple Y's, but I do want you to know you could if you wanted to. So let's see if there's anything else about table set. I will not do it again, second of the window key. It has got independent variable in ask. It does not do you any good to change your dependent variable to ask. Please don't do it. Then second of the graph key is table, very useful. Okay, that's it for table and table set.